Best up here, Gerald. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. This is the race we all been waiting for here, the last one for all the marbles. We're gonna find out who's gonna be the champion tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, it is definitely going to be an awesome thing there. Hey, K Hill, try to do a refresh. Tim, how's it look on your end? Everybody else, let me know how it looks on y'all's. I know we got some people because we're live here, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, and I do see that I got the chat for Facebook Live working on the side here, so anybody watching over there, shoot me a comment. I'll definitely see it come up. It's going to be interesting because we got a battle up front here. Oh, when I say a battle, because we got 17 cars, actually 16 on the grid up here tonight. And Keith Haney's got a 13-point lead, so you're talking about close over the man, Cameron Hearn, who is starting in third. It's going to be interesting there, Gerald.
Yeah, he's got a good shot at taking home this trophy tonight. I mean,
you got to linger in the back of your mind. Danger could lurk. If he gets in trouble early on, he's only going to have about a couple places there that he's got a cushion on. Keith does.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You guys have fun. I'm sorry for getting in on you, Joe. I didn't realize you was already live.
Oh, you fine.
Hey, everybody watching, and let's get it going on. Bye.
All right, well, I lowered the bit rate down just a little bit for all you guys out there. So, see, man, if the buffering stops, could be on the YouTube side. That part, man, I don't know what to do on. You know, I've watched some other broadcasts and had the same issue. So, either way, we're here live, Homestead Miami Speedway. That is ExtremeMotorsports99.com Xfintiy Series. We crown a champion tonight, so it's going to be interesting. Like I say. Hey, if you're having problems, we're also broadcasting over on Twitch and over on Facebook Live. So, try one of those. See if, man, if you jump over there and see.
Yeah. These guys, man, they put on a show week in and week out, and they had a heck of a season this season, man. These guys, they show a lot of respect for each other. And I'm sure they're happy to race around each other week in and week out too. But you know, winning the championship here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, it's really something for these guys, and they put in a lot of hard work and dedication to get where they're at. And for whoever that can win this championship tonight, and not only the winner of the championship, but you know, the top 10. These guys, they got to keep their head up, and next season dig in deep, man, and maybe they'll get that championship next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're getting set here to grid up tonight live. Guys out there, look up OSR Network on Twitch, and it'll take you straight to it. And also look up OSR Network on Facebook, and it should take you straight to it.
Respect for each other, and it's just an absolute blessing to be up here and to witness this race here at Extreme Motorsports 99, and to be with you, Joe, and all these guys that are actually really patient here out in the YouTube world. You know, they got to bear with the mistakes of whatever's happening right now. But like I said, hopefully we get it figured out, and we watch this show.
Well, yeah, like I said, he jumped over on the Twitch side and jumped over on there. So that tells me that it's got to be on a YouTube thing. And like I say, I watched some other broadcasts out there. And I've seen them experience the same issues, and I've had the same issues. Let me tell you what, I've got 20 megs up and 200 down. So we definitely got the horsepower to rumble over here. I'm not, like I say, I'm watching my settings. I'm not dropping the frames or anything. So it's good. So it could just be servers over there congestion-wise on YouTube, but got a bunch of guys, man, jumped over to the twin. It's going to dive off on pit road as it does. Right there we go. Green flag's about to fly. Keith Haney and company up front's going to send them, and he does. Well, I think Bryce Intersack spun the tires just a little bit heading off in the turn, but they go double file. Look at Keith jump out to a big lead. I think his game plan tonight, Gerald, is lead as much as he can.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what line they're going to be running here. I like to run up by the wall here 1 and 2, and we'll see. The low line might be faster, but we'll see what happens. These guys is really putting on a show already. They're 2 wide behind Cameron Hearn and on back.
Absolutely. Well, Tim jumped over there. I see him on the Facebook, said something. What's going on, man? Right now, Cameron Hearn says, hey, not so fast there in that 87 of Keith. I'm trying to run you down. And that's the battle we're going to watch for all night long. Cameron Hearn understands what he has to do, Gerald, and that's basically win this race.
Yeah, and he's on 3. He's really super fast. Richie Evans.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, hey, that's why we got this new feature here. Check it out. We'll go to the blimpy cam on one side so everybody can see what's going on up front and the back, because we're focusing right now on Cameron Hearn, who is leading on the one side. But you can see, man, those cars in the back there, they are still side by side. I see Nick Hunt in the mix back there. And I believe that's Aiden Young. Is Aiden Young in here also?
Yeah, he's in the 9 car. He's running 6, I think, right now.
Yeah, as I see John out there said for the first time ever watching OSR Network on Facebook Live. Well, as always, we appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully it's looking good as these guys out here on the track, man. I mean, they starting to get single files, so I have a feeling we're going to have some long runs. If that yellow comes out, it's probably going to be from somebody making a mistake, missing one of them marks they got.
Yep, absolutely. Well, in the back here, we got a good battle going on. Like I said before, third, we're also watching back here in the back, Nick Hunt on the one side. There's a good battle going on in the back of the pack, too. So, hey, Cameron Hearn's got a half-second lead on Keith right now. Wow, it's awesome battling. And right there, look at old Ethan Kurtz. He's going side by side with the 9 machine.
Yeah, some of the best racing goes on in about mid-pack. These fast guys, they find their line and they start coming up through the field, and it makes for some good racing. So you don't only have good racing up front, but you got it in the back too. You know, and Davis Richardson, the 51, looks like he's starting to move forward. But Cameron Hearn's really setting a blistering pace out there right now. He's leading all these laps, which is going to help him get them points that he needs.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, up front, man, I'll tell you what, John Houston's powered that machine. What's going on, Enders? You know who that is? That's Matthew Wassenbach. What's happening, man? And old John and all them. I see everybody's found the key place to go. Go to watch the great action. That's why I try to bring it to you for multiple things, because sometimes there's some things I just can't control, and you know how Mother Nature is and technology.
For these longer runs, because you know, once they get over 10 to 15 laps, those tires are at a certain temperature to where it's either going to stick or not stick. So you got to take very good care of your tires.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely got to take very good care of the tires, and tires are definitely something that you want. Because we're here live, folks, Homestead, Miami, and that man right there sitting in second spot, he understands what he has to do to pull off a championship here tonight. And that's, well, basically run where he is. He's got a 13-point lead. But Cameron Hearn understands what he has to do, Gerald, which is exactly what he's doing now. I mean, it's early on, so on lap 13 and 125. Anything can happen. It's going to be a long one here tonight at Homestead.
Yeah, and the plan he's got is a pretty frequent plan. Win the race, lead every lap. You know, that's pretty much every race car driver's mind there. They want to win them all, but you can't win them all. Sometimes you get caught missing. Oh, we got the 3 underneath the 51 here coming out of
00, 51, and 82. We talked to Davis Richards before the race, didn't we there, Gerald? He said he was having a little hard time with this track. He wasn't 100% comfortable with it, so to speak.
Yeah, this track's a little tricky, you know. Sometimes you run up by the wall, sometimes you run middle, sometimes you're down low, sometimes you're up high in 1 and 2 and down low in 3 and 4, or vice versa. You know, you just got to figure out what line you're the fastest, because everybody's driving style is different.
Yep, absolutely. Well, tell you what, right now, definitely a good one. Hey, I appreciate it, Brett, man. Yeah, co-commentator tonight. We've got Gerald West up here. Come Jay Weezy, that's his nickname, man. He's up here wrapping up a cool breeze, talking everything we need here tonight live at Homestead. And I appreciate Gerald coming up here, man, and coming in the booth with me here.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to finish out the season, man, and witness this with you here, Joe, man. I appreciate everybody being patient with me because, you know, I'm not a broadcaster here. I'm a race car driver.
Yeah, well, hey, that's all right. You're doing a fine job right now, though. Got a good battle, though. Dwayne Cumberson's up underneath the 51. Actually, we're riding in the inside there on one side.
You decide to take 2 tires. You keep 2 hot ones and 2 cold ones on there. It's going to be tricky leaving pit roads. You got to stay down there on that pit lane there. You can't come up on the apron like on most tracks here.
Absolutely. Well, our top 2 guys right now, the top 2 guys in the chase. And Keith Haney sitting in second. He's the man coming in here 13 points ahead, looking to run out of here with a title tonight. Right now, looking very, very good. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in the closing laps, whether or not those 2 guys, if Keith Haney gets up there, will he actually push the issue to win this one?
Yeah, we just had a really nice save from the 20, man. Looked like the 82 and the 20 got together there going into 1, and he was almost all the way 90 degrees. And he ended up getting it back together, and they're down going into 3 now.
Wow. Tell you what,
we almost had a yellow there, Joe, but these guys, they get their elbows up and they drive these cars, man. They don't let them get away from them unless they get knocked around.
No, they don't.
To hear how these guys are getting in and out of the throttle there, because they are really driving these cars, man. In every position, they're fighting for. Nobody's giving nobody nothing, but they're keeping it clean, and that's what good racing is. And that's why I would love to be here than watch the TV, man. These are one of the most exciting races to watch here. iRacing does a phenomenal job. So does Extreme Motorsports 99, and also you, Joe. I mean, this is phenomenal.
Absolutely. I tell you what, you're right. Dash cam with the bumpy cam. Why not? We'll throw it all out there. Give you all the action going on out here because it is a good battle going on. And that is actually back there for the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th spot, respectively, because you've got Richie Evans in the mix, Ethan Kurtz there, Dwayne Cumberson right there in the mix. And I'll tell you, I think the number 20, he went high and wide. He's got to watch out for it because he's up there flirting with disaster in that wall.
Yeah, and you might see some of these guys start to move up a little bit to see if there's anything there as their tires are getting wore down. And they also, they're a little light on fuel, so it's taking the weight off that rear end.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go back. And all the commentating and everything here, trying to bring as much action as I possibly can. Because it looks like we got a battle for the lead here brewing very soon. Those 2 gentlemen up front, that's Cameron Hearn. He's got Keith Haney breathing down his back door.
Yeah, and, you know, they got pit stops on their mind also. You know, they're about on 28 laps or so on these tires and a 125 lap race. So you got to decide, when are you going to pit? And are you going to wait for someone else to go in and go in after, or do you want to go in before them? How you want to do it?
Yep. 100% right there. I agree with you on it. It is definitely awesome. Right now, though, we're here at I say Miami. We are Miami, Homestead Miami Speedway, that is, for the season finale. ExtremeMotorsports99.com. And those 2 gentlemen you're watching right there, Cameron Hearn leading this one. He's been leading 27 of the laps. He started 3rd currently. But he's got I'm going to say the leader in points. Not the champ yet, but definitely in the catbird seat, so to speak. And he's running down that man of Cameron Hearn.
Yeah, his chances if you're looking at coming up on a pit stop.
Yep, absolutely. If you're definitely coming up on a pit stop. Well, we say that, and as we say that, still Cameron Hearn, man, is still the man out front. So it's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, and you try to pass somebody on the bottom like that, and you lose a little bit of momentum, and it lets them go right back around you there on the high side, which allows the people behind you to start to catch up to you guys.
Yep, absolutely. Pit stops definitely going to be a busy place here in a few. Got a battle going on up front, though. That man, the 87, looking on the high side there, the 67. He definitely wants that lead back because you know and I know he doesn't want to give up those bonus points of the most laps led to the man out front. If he does, well, or even if he does, I mean, Cameron's doing what he has to do to win a championship. And that's lead, win, or stay out front. Keith is doing what he has to do, which is right now putting the pressure on that man in a 67.
Absolutely, and he hasn't led enough laps for the most laps yet, but he has definitely got a good drop on it, man.
We can show you what the battle's going on back there. That's actually the battle for 10th, or actually for 11th to 12th, and a battle for the lead right now.
Yeah, they're side by side coming across the line. It looks like Cameron Hearns still maintained that lead, and he did lead that lap, but Keith Haney's pulling ahead as they come through 1 and 2, but Cameron Hearns keeping it hard on the outside. He finally looks like he's going to get a run, and then they're side by side down the backstretch going into 3.
Yes, they are. They'll still go door to door. That outside line looks like the preferred line to do. As you see, man, this is a battle up front for the lead. The 67 up high. Cameron Hearn will come out of turn 4 to complete this lap, which will be lap 37. It would be a drag race to the line, and Keith would have got that one by inches there. Wow, that would have been a photo-style finish here. They still go door to... They're not racing like two guys, man, fighting for a title, are they?
Yeah, they're not running in that middle line now because they're side by side, so they're both running in a different line, and that middle line is what Bryce Senesak's running as he's looking at these guys battle.
Yep, absolutely. You know, and right now I think pit road might be a little busy place here as I think we're going to start having some green flag pit stops, and they are still battling each other up front. Wow, it's just amazing to see what they're doing.
Yeah, like I said, these guys, they really show a lot of respect, and they race really hard, which is fun for these guys. They have a lot of fun doing it. And it's crazy to see that after a long green flag run, how they're still battling so close together like it was lap 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're still battling back there, too. Davis Richards and Rusty Farrell for that 9th and 10th spot. Those two guys haven't gave up on each other. So, well, as we say that, guess who's coming into the pit? Man himself, Keith Haney.
Yep, he's the first taker. Now you're going to see Cameron Hearn come in. You don't want to stay out too long there, and he's going to try to keep it calm coming down pit road because, like I said, them tires are really hot, and they got to take the access road, and that access road don't have all that grip on it like the track does. So you got to be very careful.
Yes, sir. Yes, you do. Well, that brings in the pit road here, and pit stops underway. First time for tonight here, folks, and to see that also. So stay tuned here because the man we're watching right there, Keith Haney, is the man who is putting it up front. Well, he's got a 13-point lead over Cameron Hearn. Right now they just did their green flag stops, and man, he just went blowing by Cameron Hearn. So it's going to be interesting to see when this thing cycles through what happens.
Yeah, and I expect to see, Cameron Hearn right there with Keith Haney right there together, man, because I'm sure that they both gave it all they could coming in to get them 4 fresh tires and that full tank of gas.
Yep, and that leaves this man up front right there. We'll watch on the side here is Bryce Senesak still is yet to come into the pits, but look at the battle between the 87 and 67. They are not giving up. It just shows me, though, here, Gerald, that I believe that middle lane, we were talking about it on the pre-race before the race started here tonight, about the lanes here and all that. It definitely is, it's looking like that middle lane's the dominant side here.
Yeah, it ain't too hard on you now.
No, well, John just said even though he might be the accountant, he failed accounting in college. Now, come on now, we don't want to hear all that. But you know what? Hey, you're still good at figures. You're a lot better at figures than I am. I don't know if you heard last night, Gerald. Last night we did a race for a cause race, which was a phenomenal one at Daytona. Well, my redneck math stepped in again, and I guess I just got so excited at the end of that thing, didn't realize we were 10 to go, and I kept saying we were 20 to go. And Davis was like, I think we only got about 9 to go, Joe. And I looked and I went, you're right, Davis, never mind. I'm up here, man, with my redneck math again. And I'm out here trying to calculate something off the wall.
Yeah, it was a heck of a race, man. I don't even think I made it to 10 to go in that race. I got wrecked out of that one twice. A little bit my fault, It's just part of racing there at Daytona.
It was. Well, actually, though, you talk about it, though, you made it there to that last caution. I think it was the one that actually did the green-white checker for us. Laps led. currently up front right now. Keith Haney, though, is staying in his tire tracks, doing what he needs to do to secure the championship tonight. He's currently running in second spot. Now there's old Bryce Senesac right down at 09. He is currently sitting in third. The fourth place man, Mike Franklin, that's another one. He's up there trying to do everything he can, man, to hang on to it. Maybe come out of here with a good spot in the title chase and the title hopes of a good spot on the points and whatnot. Good points night for him as he's currently running in fourth spot. Your fifth place man, Richie Evans, sitting in sixth right now. Dwayne Cumberson, seventh place. There's old Nick Hunt, the 00 machine with one hair flying out the wind, looking good. Seventh spot right now. Eighth place, Ethan Kurtz, a little beat up with that Destiny 2 GameStop machine, but hey, he's out there fighting over this track, man, and fighting around here, and currently sitting at eighth spot. Ninth place man, Davis Richards, sitting at the top 10. That's old Rusty Farrell, that good wrench machine running around here. 11th place, that's Colton Lane out there. He definitely look good in the Valvoline machine. And 12th, there you go, Aiden Young, look good, the pit stop insider. 13th now.
Yep, you drive that Sherman Williams Camaro as fast as you can, and you try not to overdrive it, because you know Keith ain't. As you can see, Keith caught him there on that last long run, so Keith's doing something right. So you're going to kind of tweak your driving style just a little bit so that you don't burn up your tires too quickly, because if Keith gets up on your bumper here, he's going to make it hard on you again.
Absolutely.
In that Ford Mustang, Joe.
I was just reading what Brett said out there. He's on the Facebook side there. he says, Blimpy, we're all Joes on the OSR network eating. Yeah, well, I call it the Blimpy Cam. And, speaking of the Blimpy Cam, we can definitely give you a kind of a view of what the Blimpy Cam is showing right now. There you go, folks. That's the Blimpy Cam for you. Time, because disaster could strike at any moment here. Because there is no fast fixes. That's another thing. You wreck here, tear that car up, it's one and done here.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. It's a good thing. Keeps everybody a little bit more safe, and they show a little bit more respect, and they take better care of their equipment, because they have no chance of fixing it.
Yep, absolutely. I'll tell you what, man, these two guys back here in the back, Davis Richards and Rusty Farrell, are back at it again there in the 9th and 10th spot as Rusty takes that high line on that 75, but then the 51 says not so fast. He's going to fire back on the insides. They will go side by side. And that's another thing what we was talking about. I want all you people out there to definitely lose anything, or actually lose any of the action, and you won't as long as we can keep this up.
Yeah, that's one thing about running around in the mid-pack there is you don't want to just run around by yourself. You want to have some fun out there too. So if you can get up there and put the pressure on somebody like Davis Richards is doing to the 75 of Rusty Farrell, it kind of makes a desert or something there. You know?
Yeah, and then get stuck. That would be it.
Well, you can grease it up a little bit.
Oh, really? Is that how it had to work? Yeah, okay.
Nah, just players.
Oh, Colton Lane in the wall right there. We just saw that one. I tell you, he nailed the outside wall there. He's trying to get out of the way of the 9 and Cameron Hearn. As Cameron Hearn looks like he's trying to put, that's be Aiden Young, a lap down, who's on the tail end of the lead lap. So, wow.
Yeah, and after about 20, 21 laps, or so on these tires, the heat it gets in there, and it don't stick as well as you would like. So if you go to make a evasive move like that, it pushes up a little further than you would. Just like when you're making a pit stop, you come in on hot tires like that, you got to give it a little bit extra room there. You'll slide right through your pit box. Yeah,
Colton Lane there, man, definitely, slammed the outside wall. Yeah. Well, we're hoping we're out there don't see anybody, man, fly around like they do on the Dukes of Hazzard, but I guess that could happen too. I've seen it's a season finale, folks, and what you're watching here is Cameron Hearn out front. He is the man who is second points, 13 points behind Keith Haney, who is right now in the tire tracks. He's 2.9 seconds in second place. He understands the big picture, and the big picture is title. And if he can hold right where he's at, well, then he should lock that title in.
Yeah, and in Cameron Hearn's mindset, you know, if he can't win the championship, he's going to at least win this race. And that's his goal tonight is to win this race. And not to wish any bad on Keith Haney, but hopefully stretch out the standings here at the race results here at the end. That way he's at the top and Keith's at the bottom. That's going to be his best chance here to take home this trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't have the points pulled up right now. I don't know if you do, Gerald. Who's the man sitting in third? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's either Mike Franklin or maybe Bryce Senesac, one of them. Over there, he just said, yeah, Nick Hunt's in third.
Yeah, Nick Hunt's in second, tied for second. I mean, he's got just as much of a chance to take home that trophy as Cameron does. It's just Cameron's in a better spot on the track. But Keith Haney's making it hard on both of them because he is the second place car here, and I don't see him moving unless he makes a mistake. So if he can maintain that position there on the track and he can finish in the top 5 or top 10, he's pretty much guaranteed that trophy here. But we'll just have to wait and see, because we got about 55 laps to go when Cameron Hearn crosses the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ryan, I'm not 100% sure. Not sure what the you said that they're tied for second, third?
Yeah, they're tied for second place.
Okay. Well, that means actually would be Nick Hunt would be coming in tied with Cameron Hearn with the 13 point. Right now, like you said, Cameron's doing everything he has to do to maintain that. If it ended now, he obviously would definitely be in second, and our champ would be Keith Haney.
I love the sounds and the shots, man. Everything sounds and looks amazing. YouTube's still a little trippy out, but
man, I don't know what's up with old YouTube side. Everybody seems like they're everybody on the Twitch and Facebook. I mean, I know you can't see a lot of that chat going on, but I mean, I got my app over here and I'm seeing these guys talk up Cool Breeze. A lot of John and Tim and over them have switched over there, so it's evidently it's on YouTube side, unfortunately. But hey, no matter. That's why we put it to you, man, in multiple angles here and multiple venues. That way you can definitely check out stuff going on. And I got a lot of guys, man, here and there. So a lot of them definitely are. Trying to look here, says John Marine out there talking about we're at Homestead with the play-by-play.
Yeah, man, and that shot, you know, it looks like you're riding.
Absolutely. Cameron is definitely, he's doing what he has to do. I mean, he's definitely doing everything right as he just put the 51 machine lap down. We're at lap 77 to 125. It's been a good one so far.
Yeah, Keith Haney's made his way down pit road, so be looking for the leader to come in.
Well, you know, he came down early last time before him, and it brought Cameron Hearn down on pit road.
Yeah, he ran about 35 or 36 laps there on that run there. And Cameron, he's probably going to be coming down pit road this time by.
Yep, absolutely. So pit stops definitely will be a thing here. We'll be watching very closely on as these guys, men, are just storming around this track here.
He stays out.
He stayed out that time. All right. Well, what do you think? Is he thinking about maybe one more time around here?
Well, he's thinking about having the fresher tires there at the end, but he's losing a little bit of time now. So if he can gain it in the end, if he can gain more in the end, then he loses here in the middle. It could have been a wall too. I'm not sure. I didn't catch it. But that's what it looks like. Looks like a little contact between two cars.
Yeah, and it could have been when he did over there around there. So, trying to read some of this chat that they're talking about out there. They're out here just chatting up a cool breeze there, and I'm just kind of watching them go by. I want to appreciate everybody coming out here because we're at the season finale here at Homestead Miami Speedway, ExtremeMotorsports99.com, and that's right, we're here live tonight. I was watching there Cameron Hearn up front, Bryce Senesac, a man sitting in third spot. They have yet to make their pit stop. Keith Haney has made it, so he's back there in the ninth. Caution came out now. That's definitely not what Keith would want to see.
Absolutely not. But Keith Haney's going to have to pit one more time, and Cameron Hearn, if he stayed out again, and he's going to be on 42 laps on this run, which
he would need some, Keith to run into a little bit of disasters. We're seeing just noticed old Bryce Intersect, man, in third place. He's finally going to come on down to pit road.
Yeah, Cameron's really stretching it out. I think he's coming in this time because he's going to run out of gas if he don't, I think. But we will see. Looks like everybody else is still staying out too. There's a lot of guys trying to run this pit strategy that he's running. And it's not a bad strategy considering here he comes down pit road now. Keith Haney's going to have to pit one more time.
Yeah, so with that in mind, if he goes one more time up there, with the pit strategy he's got going on and knowing that Keith has to string it out. Now, let me ask you this, though. You just said Keith has to pit one more time, but we just saw Cameron go a very long time. So, Doug, if Keith was Keith or Cameron for that matter, was to get into trouble, well, definitely, with it being long green flags like this, it would be one, if you got a lap down, it'd be very hard to get those laps back.
Yeah, considering they haven't had a caution yet, it's kind of hard to get it back the hard way, so you're going to be looking for a caution to get your lap back, and with them not having any cautions so far, it's not looking too good for getting a lap back here.
No, it's not. And so that's another thing very important here, that you make those pit stops at the right time and the right place, so that you don't get a trapped lap down here, because if you do, like what we were just talking about, it's definitely going to be very hard. Keith Haney, though, cycled through and is the leader. He's got 12 seconds ahead of the man right there of Cameron Hearn, so something to think about. We're going to see if old Cameron can actually run down Keith here, like actually Keith was able to run down Cameron earlier on.
Yeah, and
one of those. I was watching what they look on there in the comments. Okay. The reading what John and Brett out there talking about something. I don't know what in the world they talking about. They're out there chit-chatting over something. Ooh, look at that number 9 machine. Yeah, they're talking about it. Yeah. I'll let you know. Well, I tell you what, look at that. Well, yeah. Hey, y'all, guys, be quiet over there, man. What's wrong with y'all? Jay Weezy don't do that.
I'm glad to hear you got my back, man, instead of chiming in with them, and laughing behind my back. But, man, these guys are still putting on a show out there right in front of Keith Haney. You got those 3 cars out there. These guys are doing a great job here, and to be running all these 125 laps and no caution, man, it really shows the level of talent here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, so anybody looking to get into a good league down there on that bottom like that, because I don't want to ruin my race over a second or two, but some of those guys really push it to the edge down there on right on the edge of spinning out, and they end up, it pays off for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Nah, hey, I was just watching y'all out there chat up Cool Breeze, Brett, and all, man. It's awesome, man. Y'all have fun. Definitely chat it up. Yeah, it's been a good race so far, and we're watching this race actually for the 5th and 6th spot. That's Dwayne Cumberson and Nick Hunt, as old Dwayne was able to get around him. And right behind them, lurking like a shark, man, in waters, is the man, the leader, Keith Haney. He's right there. Now we're seeing Cameron Hearn is running him down. Cameron right now is about 8-9 tenths quicker. So it's going to be interesting. He will, at that pace, eventually catch Keith. It's just going to be a matter of time, as we're at lap 96 of 125. Been a very, very good one so far.
Absolutely, yeah. He's starting to catch him. He's knocked off a few seconds there, and, he's going to gain 4 laps. Most of the guys came in. So for him to get 4 more laps than 44, to run 48 laps on this last run, he's probably going to have to save some fuel. But also 48 laps on a set of tires, you're going to be running a lot slower than the guys that are only running 38.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's some good insight there. It's going to be interesting to see if he's going to save some fuel and try to stay out there. Right now, he was running down those 2 guys in the 5th and 6th. Seems like he's backed off just a little bit, and you know what? Never mind. Keith Haney just lost it. He was trying to come down pit road.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Some of those guys try to come down a little faster than others. They really put it out there on the edge to get that extra time, and sometimes it'll get you.
And here's
he
the
might
thing.
get a penalty coming into the pit. We'll find out.
Well, with that too, and here's
a lot of time there, and I'm sure he's beating himself up. So he's really going to be pushing that car on the edge here, trying to make up some of that time that he lost.
Yes, it is, and you know, we were talking about that. We saw him come into the pits, and right now that puts him in the 9th spot. He is the second car a lap down behind Ethan Kurtz. Ethan Kurtz definitely sitting there in the 8th spot. And kind of give you an idea of where Ethan Kurtz is on the racetrack as opposed to where Keith is on the racetrack. About a straightaway, not quite a straightaway distance between each other.
Yeah, and it looks like we got about 3 cars on the lead lap now, as a lot of these guys are on fresher tires trying to make up some of that time now. And we're going to find out if that one last stop pit strategy pays off by staying out a little longer than everybody else so that you didn't have to come back in. Oh.
He came in with a 13-point lead. I mean, it would be close, but I mean, Cameron still, I mean, my hat's off to him. You got to give him credit. He's doing everything he has to do to walk out of here, and that's what you got to do. You have to understand the situation and do everything you can do.
Yeah, and it couldn't have been in a better situation for him right now. With Keith making that mistake there coming down pit road, and he also come in one extra time. That is the best shot that he's going to get at closing in on this championship hunt here for this trophy. And we're going to find out right here if it's going to work or not. But, you know, it just depends on the points and the math. And I'm sure we're going to have to find out at the end who was the champion, depending on where Keith finishes here. We got 18 to go after this lap here.
Absolutely. Well, Brett, you're right out there. Definitely the Cup race will be very exciting because that's an 8-point deficit right there. So very close indeed. And if you want to just think about it in terms of it.
On his side, and a little bit of misfortune on Jake's side, because we know Jake, he's consistent and he's fast. So it's going to be a good race, and I will be watching that one too. Well, good luck to Keith, and if he can get both of them, man, congratulations to him. That is a very, very huge accomplishment to take home both of these trophies.
Never been done. Well, you know, somebody I know has won 2 titles in divisions before, but not in the same division in the same season. Has never been done in ExtremeMotorsports99.com. So Keith Haney's definitely fighting for history, definitely fighting for a title here tonight. And right now, he's definitely sitting in the spot he needs. 7th spot right now, coming in with a 13-point lead. And he's done everything he can do, but so has that man in 2nd spot, Cameron Hearn, who is currently out front leading this one. He's done everything. Now, you speak of the Cup title. If you remember last season, Gerald, Jake went into the Cup Series 10 points to the end of this one because, you know, rightfully he's only about 5 or 6 seconds behind those two. As we're sitting at lap 113 and 125, we're watching Nick right there in the 5th spot. He's got Aiden Young in the front of him. Aiden Young, unfortunately, a lap down, sitting in 12th, but looking good so far. So it's interesting to see what transpires. I mean, Cameron has done everything he needs to do. I mean, like I say again, I just can't say it over and over enough. He's done what he had to do. That man at 87's doing what he has to do. Nick Hunt out there, he's maybe hoping in a prayer, maybe because he could come out of here in 2nd. And don't count him out. He came in here tied for 2nd. So he's a possibility. He's wanting to battle up there for the 3rd place spot.
Yeah, he's really doing a good job here tonight. You know, so hats off to him for staying focused, man. And you know, he's still not out of it yet because there's still 11 to go and anything could happen. Not too many.
Yeah, no. Try to start doing the math like I do, man.
Absolutely. No, it's a 20-point lead, man. 20-point difference, I mean.
So really right now, it's been close throughout the whole entire thing. Nick's doing what he has to do to hold on to that 3rd place spot. Hopefully something come about it. Maybe Cameron messes up there and he can grab a hold of that 2nd place. Like as we say that, look at Keith Haney. Pull up on the back end, go around him. Got those new tires there. Gotta be very careful, though. That lap down car, Colton Lane up front. Wow, that was a risky move to go 3 wide.
Yeah, you better hope Colton Lane ain't a teammate, because he could have did him a little favor there for Cameron Hearn or Nick Hunt. But, you know, these guys don't race like that, and that's one good thing about being a part of this league is you don't have to worry about none of that stuff you don't like to hear about like that.
Nah, no, you don't. And you're right, John, out there. You know, two things we need to think about. Lap 125, that puts an end to it. Lap 121, caution comes
Together for 5 more laps. He's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Cameron Hearn's definitely looking good. The catbird seat, so to speak, is what we're seeing. Watching Keith Haney right there. He's battled to back up the 4th. He understands he's probably not got enough time to run the leader down. But you know and I know, Gerald, it's all about that main thing, title.
Absolutely, and Keith Haney was definitely focused on that tonight. As you can tell, he didn't go for the win. He definitely was paying attention to the points and what he had to do to get that championship trophy. He probably would have liked to win this race, but you know, there's only one winner. But Cameron Hearn will take this one home more than likely, and Keith Haney will grab that trophy and then try to get another one tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the whole ball game here. You come in here to try to be a champ, and we're going to crown one here tonight at ExtremeMotorsports99.com for the Xfinity Seed Lap. First man lap down, Richie Evans sitting in 7th place. As we're coming around here, Cameron Hearn for the final time. He's going to get the white flag here tonight, Homestead, Miami. And if he can just hang on to that 67 machine for a little longer, he's going to take it in victory lane. But this man right here on the right side, Keith Haney, he's going to have to come around here for one more time. If he can hang on where he's at, well, guess what? He's taking home a title.
Hey, the white flag is out. We got one more time around before we crown a winner here as the winner of this race and the winner of this championship.
Absolutely. As we're going to watch this thing side by side. We're going to take it here and watch the 67 do his lap one final time around this huge track, as we say. And old Cameron Hearn understands he's just got to come down here one more time, and Keith Haney understands as he's crossing the line now to take the final lap for his final time to hopefully be the champ. Coming out of turn 4, Gerald, that man right there in the 67, he knows what he's done. One all the way down to none here. Caution free tonight. Let me see if I can't bring up some of these guys up here and get in the waiting room for us here, Gerald. I'll look for old Mike Franklin here and go down here and get old Bryce Senesac. I know they're going to be two happy campers to come out of here 2nd, 3rd, respectively. We also got to go down way on down here in the bottom down here and grab old Cameron Hearn. And then we got to grab old Keith Haney himself. So we
got a double burnout going on here.
Absolutely. Well, they rightfully so burn them things down.
It's a wonder he had enough fuel there. Old Cameron Hearn did. He ran a long run there.
Yes, he did. Long run. So let me see if we can't find Keith Haney very fast. There he is.
Oh, he's going backwards around the track.
Oh, he's going back. He's riding around backside a little bit. All right, well, we're going to bring up our 3rd place man, Bryce Senesac. Let you get a talk with him tonight there, Gerald.
Hot dog, good race there. Yeah, good race there with Mike. He had me on the long runs, but I think I had him a bit on the short runs. He was just better than me all around, I think. Congrats to Cameron on getting back-to-back wins, and congrats to Keith for getting that championship. He pretty much did what he needed to do in these five races.
Yeah, man, I'm sure those guys appreciate that, man, and congratulations to you, man. You had a good run this season. You did a great job out there, and I hope to see you back next season.
Yep, we're planning on coming back running for the championship and Xfinity and Cup, and maybe if we're allowed run part-time in trucks, we'll see about that, and hopefully we can improve on. I think we'll probably end up 5th, maybe 4th in the championship, so hopefully we can improve on that.
Hey, 10-4 on that, man, and we'll see you next time, man. Appreciate it. Good talking to you.
Yep, see ya.
I just wanted to, I didn't have a chance for the championship, so I just wanted to go in there and just let it all hang out and just have some fun and just see what I could do. I thought there was a lot of good racing side by side, a lot of guys give and take. Really, and it's always a good race when you go caution free.
Absolutely. I see a lot of respect with you guys out there, man. A lot of talent, and it's always fun broadcasting here at Extreme Motorsports 99. You guys always put on a great show for everybody here at OSR Network and everybody watching. And anybody you'd like to thank out there for your second place finish tonight?
Nah, I'd just like to thank teammates for planning out our team strategy, and you know, congrats to Cameron Hearn on the race win, and Keith Aney on the championship.
10-4, buddy. Well, we hope to see you back next season.
Looking forward to it.
All right, well, tell you what, Gerald, that's a happy camper right there, pulling the second spot. Mike Franklin there. Well, I'm going to run off down here and talk to our winner tonight, because he did everything he had to do to try to pull off a championship, but he did what he needed to do, and he won the race here tonight. Cameron Hearn. Cameron Hearn, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
10-4.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cameron, you know, you came in here, you knew the mission at hand. You was out there, you was there to the end. You won this thing here tonight. Well, what do you think about what you learned from this season, carrying it into hopefully next season, and maybe next season, hey, close. We can come out of here as being the champ next season.
Yeah, definitely patience, you know. Even like tonight, you know, I had a pretty good lead and coming up on lap cars. I think one of the lap cars got in the wall and came back down, you know. It's kind of knowing your surroundings, you know, you don't have to push every lap, so I'm still learning that. But definitely finishing races, you know, top 5, you know, had one DNF where close racing kind of got me taken out in the championship, and that kind of cost me. So definitely finishing racing, running top 5. And one thing about Keith is if he's not running first, he's running second or third every week. So that's, you know, he deserves a championship. He runs up front, top 5 every race. So I'm glad he won it. We raced clean with each other. So hopefully next season I got something for him, and definitely a good momentum going into next season.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, for an awesome victory out there tonight here at Homestead. Got anybody out there you want to thank for it?
Yeah, Sherwin Williams on the hood as always. Congrats on Keith. You know, he ran a great season, great race. I don't know what kind of strategy he ran. He pitted one more time than me and still came home, I think, top 5. So that's saying.
Out there did what they needed to do. Cameron Hearn came in here with a game plan, and he knew he had to win. He had to lead the most laps. He had to be out front. Maybe had to have a little bit of luck on his side to hopefully, you know, knock on wood. We went caution-free, by the way. Maybe for you to have a little bit of trouble out there. But on his end, he did everything he had to do. But you just had the car tonight. Consistency has been the game plan of your end the whole entire chase, and it's paid off, sir, tonight, because you and that 87 machine, and actually I got to say it because I'm a Ford man, bringing to the Ford camp here in Extreme Motorsports a title, and you're the champ here in the Xfintiy Series. How's that feel?
Man, it feels great. This is the hardest league that I've ever been in by far. I only got one win this year out of, I think, 15 races it was. Usually I can come in most leagues and ramble me off a win or two, but I only got one win this whole season in the Xfinity. I have not got a win at all tomorrow night in the Cup Series. Cameron Hearn, I consider him to probably be the best racer over here. Anytime I see that guy's name pop in the room, my head just goes to my lap, along with Jake Nichols.
Right here in the Xfintiy Series, you're 8 points back behind the man we call the Superman. And tomorrow night in Cup, you can make history there if you take that one. So you go into there again. So celebrations all tonight. Tomorrow night's back to business. Man, you got anybody to thank for the awesome season you put on and for that title you got here tonight, though?
Yes, sir. Well, going into tomorrow night, Jake Nichols don't know it, but one of his pit crews worked for me, so he gonna get a bad set of tires tomorrow night. But yes, sir, I would love to. I like to thank OSR Network, everybody at Extreme, everybody that comes out here and watches. Cameron Hearn on the win, my cousin Daniel Haney for coming out here and hanging it out with me this whole season. We hope to be able to come back next season and run this thing again, and hope to have a good finish tomorrow night as well.
Absolutely, and that's what it is all about, is having fun coming out here. We have fun up here, and definitely appreciate everything you drivers do here at Extreme. Well, Keith, the champ is here. Definitely party time, man, down at the Haney Boy Racing. I'm going to let you get back down there. Congratulations on pulling it off here tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Joe. We're going to go drink some Bud Light and enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Gerald, that right there is one happy guy here tonight. Wow, caution free, 125 laps. Cameron did everything he needed to do, pulled it off. I'm done. Tomorrow night, we crown a champ in the Cup Series at Extreme Motorsports 99 here at Homestead. Also, tune in tomorrow night around 8:50 Eastern Time p.m. We'll definitely be here, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, as always. It's been a pleasure. For myself, Joe White up in the booth, and Gerald West here. Everyone, have a good night.